This is historic Soi Romani, Old Phuket Town, and I'm heading for the wonderfully renovated offices of Art and Culture Publishing and Design Studio, where my colleague Kerrie has invited me to celebrate the first anniversary of a treasure map.
Good morning. On time.
Yeah. Art and Culture Director Laurie Ashton greets us.
Sawadee ka.
Sawadee ka. How are you, Kerrie?
How are you?
Hello, Laurie. How do you
Hi,
do?
Laurie.
Oh, we love where you are here, don't we? It's very nice.
Yeah, it's been a nice space. We've been here just 6 or 7 months, but we had our office for over 7 years in Naihan Rawai. Yeah, so it's been good fun to move into the heart of the city and really feel the soul, and this is definitely Soi Romani.
Was this a very old building when you took it over?
Yeah, it's about 120 years old, and it's a double shop house, a Chinese-style shop house, which were built during the tin mining days, the heyday of the tin mining around the late 20th century.
That's when a lot of Phuket Town was developed, I now know.
Right, exactly. Mostly by Chinese immigrants coming here, marrying with Siam women, Phuket women, and the offspring of that is called Nongya Baba.
Oh,
So there's a big Baba community here in Penang and Malacca as well.
and they obviously made money, didn't they? Some of these places are so substantial
Right,
on
right.
a grand scale.
Incredibly, because if you ask any of the local Nongya Baba, they will tell you that many came directly from China as workers, as laborers in the tin mining industry, brought by different companies or sometimes on their own. And then they made their money here and their families here and back and forth to Penang. And so yeah, a lot of history here, and I want to promote the history. That's why we started our Phuket Town Map, which you have a copy of.
Yes, it's great.
And it's one of my favorite covers actually on this. It shows if you will step outside later, you'll see the Chinese lanterns, because the area is very Chinese Thai, and then the Buddhist temple, the Thai Buddhist temple in the background, which is exactly a shot of this street just at dusk. And in our map we actually say come at dusk and take this image. It's such a beautiful image to take home.
But you update them every so often.
Yeah, every quarterly production. So this is the updated one showing the police building, which has a unique history on its own as well. They say that it's a clock tower, and it stayed without a clock for 62 years. The clock came over on a ship, but the ship sank.
Oh, I see.
And then it was
Those
only
days.
in the, I think 1979 or something that the Lions Club, the local Phuket Lions Club, bought a clock. Now it has a clock.
Does the clock work?
Yes, I think it works most of the time.
You've included some history on the map as well.
Yeah, actually very much so, on the history of the shrines, the buildings, the decoration of the building, the uniqueness of it, because it's a European Sino mix.
In the past, it wasn't possible to find out about these old buildings. If you visited Phuket Town, you think, what an extraordinary place, but how can I find out about it? Well, how did you find out about it?
Well, you come in and you look around, and there's a Phuket Town Old Festival that happens with a committee, and the municipality backs that. So once a year they will shut the street off, usually in February or late January around the Chinese New Year. They'll shut Talang Road down, which is an adjoining street to this little Soi, shut Soi Romani off, and just in the evenings have wonderful local food and local culture, music. So you can see the buildings. There's a very important professor who we've been working with, Dr. Yung Chinit from Thammasat University in Bangkok, and he is responsible for the history, the accurate history on the buildings that we present.
Ah, what a great source.
He's a fantastic source, and actually it's very hard to find information that's written down in research on the local culture.
What do you know about the name of your own beautiful little Soi here, Romani?
Romani means romantic, happy. So Soi Romani traditionally was the entertainment for the merchants,
I see.
the Thai and Chinese merchants, and many people coming from Penang because they had businesses there and here. We will just say entertainment.
Is that why you have lovely red lanterns outside?
Oh, maybe. It's very interesting because that, like I said, was in the 1900s. So still, I can tell you that when my staff is here, that we have had men come in inquiring about, do you have any puyings, any women for me today? They're still coming today, so.
So it's quite an interesting neighborhood.
Indeed. We're just doing a series of postcards on the shrines and the unique architecture in the area. People come to Phuket for the beaches, fantastic beaches. I want to get the people from the beach resorts into town, and now they need a reason to come in. So this Phuket map with the walking tour It's great. They come in for the day, rain or shine, go through the walking tour, go to the pubs, go to eat at some of the restaurants, look at the shops, and it's very, very much up and coming. So we wanted to be part of that, so that's why we moved to town.
So maybe we should get going. Could you point us in the appropriate directions?
Oh, absolutely, with pleasure.
We decided to enjoy our walking adventure independently and head in opposite directions. Rod is out to satisfy his love for historic buildings, while I'm off to check out the shopping and to find a few secrets in Old Town. But first, it's time for a nice cup of tea at the China Inn Cafe. In the original Merchants Centre on Talang Road, the China Inn is no ordinary cafe. Restored 5 years ago, the shophouse is now a gallery filled with antiquities that tell the story of Phuket's Chinese past. Historic photographs line the walls, and old artworks, decorative objects and fine textiles adorn the shelves and old furniture throughout the exquisite interior. In the back courtyard, a lovely garden oasis awaits, with tempting daily menus of Pan-Asian and Western cuisine available. China Inn Cafe owner Kun Noi joined me for tea. Kun Noi, how long have you been here at the China Inn?
Now is the 5th years.
5 years already.
Yeah.
And how was it when you first found it?
It's a big mess. It's you cannot call a house, because just have the roof on and then front door. That's it.
So it was basically a shell.
Yeah.
And how long did you spend renovating?
2.5 years.
2.5 years. A lot of sweat put into your
I don't
efforts.
want to talk about. I have seen this house since I was, let's say 6 or 7 years old, always running around this street. And I live down the street at Krabi Road, and I always see this building is belong to rich people, of course, and we are from the middle class people, and always, when the Chinese New Year or Thai New Year, they always dress up nice. This house, they always open the door, and I can see inside. We cannot come in, but we can see inside a beautiful house, So always my house in dream, I say, if I have money, I like to have a house like this. So now my dream has come true with very teardrop. We are proud. We are so many people come in. Also the people more interesting of the own building since we renovate this building. Because we open up, so people see how look beautiful inside and how you can do. And we have very important guests to visit us.
Important guests?
Yeah, Swedish king and queen. So we are so proud about that.
Wonderful. Well, you have a lovely, lovely place.
ขอบคุณค่ะ
A fine example of the architecture of early 20th century Phuket, the governor's residence on Tep Kasatri Road, just off the Book Road, appears in the 1980s movie The Killing Fields as Phnom Penh's American Embassy. Not open to the public, the residence and lush gardens can be admired from the front gate. Outside this grand home is what appears to be a moat, and one can only wonder whether this was used to protect His Excellency from any potential invaders in the past. Today, the governor is no longer in residence in the mansion, but it's often used for official government functions and receptions.
The Nanya Baba culture is quite evident in the ethnic blend of Chinese, Malay and Thai influences on clothing, food, architecture and the relaxed lifestyle on the Old Town streets. It was a pleasant surprise to happen upon an exotic Moroccan decor store on Yaorat Road, charmingly named Shams. Store proprietor Nabil Gradia was only too happy to show me around his bijou artisan warehouse. Look at all your goodies, what a wonderful treasure cave. Oh, is this an original old lamp?
Yes, they put this lantern in front of the door in Marrakesh or everywhere in Morocco to give this mystic touch of the city.
Lovely. And this is leather, I take it?
Yes, it's a goat leather. This is sheep wool, all handmade by the tribes in the mountain of the Atlas in Morocco. This is a ceramic mixed with the maishor. This material we call it the maishor to eat, because mostly the Moroccan people, they put the big plate on the middle and everybody sit around and eat.
Oh, I see, like the family bowl.
Yes, family bowl for the couscous. Bowl, this is still leather. We have the camel bones furniture. They use the camel bones to decorate.
So all the inlay is camel
Yes.
bone.
Yes, right.
It's stunning detail, isn't it?
Yes.
So this style fits beautifully with the old architecture in Phuket
Yes.
Town.
Yes, yes. I think it's nice to mix and match the Asian furniture and the Oriental furniture, like they do with the Indian furniture. Moroccan furniture is new, so I think we bring something new in the design, interior design.
For centuries, Phuket was an important trade centre for Indian, Malay, Arab and European traders who exchanged goods from the rest of the world for tin and rubber. According to the treasure map, Hokkien Chinese immigrants arrived in Phuket in the 19th century following new opportunities in tin mining. Many became wealthy, building large mansions in the town centre. On Krabi Road, 2 grand old Sino-colonial homes built over 100 years ago still stand today. Pra Pitak Chin Pracha Mansion, uninhabited for many years and not open to the public, is owned by a Chinese tin mining family. This grand Ang Mo Lao, or foreign mansion, bears the lucky number 9 as a street address and was used as a meeting place during the days of Thailand's Kings Rama V and VI. Further on at 98 Krabi Road is Phuket's only old mansion open to the public. Built in 1903, much of the furniture at Chin Pracha House belonged to the original owner's Chinese ancestors, while other decorative items were imported in those days from Europe.
A treasure easily missed, the Shrine of Serene Light was built in 1889 by a local Chinese family. The temple's original roof ornaments still exist but are now displayed in a glass case. The interior wall murals tell many stories of a legendary folk hero, Si In Gui. Illuminated by traditional lanterns and candlelight, a soothing ambience is created within the shrine, enhanced by oriental music, and the gentle aroma of incense has a calming effect on the soul. This peaceful sanctuary is definitely a cultural highlight on the treasure map walk, well worth seeking out.
It's almost rendezvous time with Kerrie, but first I'm off to investigate the Thai Hua Museum. Closed for renovations, I admire the building anyway, and imagine those people who were resident in times past. Another world appears around the corner on the Book Road. Here I imagine the rows of old restored shophouses once carried neighbourhood sounds of family lives. Now the surrounding area is a mix of local Thai and modern European businesses. Well, by now, Kerrie will be waiting for me over at Siam Indigo Restaurant, itself a beautiful old building, transformed now and with a contemporary edge. I wonder what treasures Kerrie has unearthed today. Some refreshments are coming, that's a good thing to see.
Oh, need a
Thank you
whole
very
glass
much.
of water.
So I must say, what they've created here is a very good thing, isn't it? What Laurie already told us, and now we've used the map individually, and both found it very successful.
Oh, fabulous map. Just follow the footprints and find those treasures.
Yes, and maybe a few things to buy along the way. Huh?
Great shopping.
It's a great city, and that map proves it. Well, let's drink to that, to their good fortune and ours. Chok di cup.
Chop tea.
To view more of my videos or to contact me about perhaps participating in your projects, please visit rodmcneil.tv.